What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Memphis Dynasty here on NCAA 12, one of the underrated NCAA games in my opinion. Now, that being said, we take on a very strong opponent which might be underrated in terms of national media attention. We're taking on the SMU Mustangs in this episode, and this SMU team, they are really legit. They're an 8-1 squad with a perfect record in conference play right now, whereas we just won our first game in conference play last week, and easy to see why Kirby Hershrick's going to be rocking with them. They're a B+ overall team with a B+ offense and a B defense, whereas we're just a C overall squad. So we're going to have to really come out here. We really need to bring our A game if we want to have a legit opportunity to come out here and win this game. But SMU, you saw their injury report there a little bit. They're a little bit banged up, so they are vulnerable. They are a team that we are capable of beating. We just got to get back to our early season form. But before we go ahead and even worry about jumping into this action, I do have a nice little recruiting update for you guys. But while I was doing my recruiting leading up to this week number 11 episode, we do end up getting a hard commit actually. The 3-star quarterback Brad Gafer is going to sign up for a program, and he's a high-end 3-star from Annandale, Virginia. So we're real excited to bring him into the fold. Did add a few other guys in the recent weeks to try to bolster our recruiting class, try to balance things out. So we're also going after guys like 3-star wide receiver Justin Maxwell, 3-star defensive end Kevin House, the 3-star athlete Ben Long, and we most recently added the 3-star outside linebacker Alex McGuire from Vero Beach, South Florida. So going to try to get after these guys, see if we can get under radar before the end of the regular season. And now, let's not wait any further. Let's jump right into the action, and I hope you guys are ready for it. And I'm hoping that you're ready for it. But let me know by smacking that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new. I'll catch you guys on the field for the start of our game against SMU. Let's get it. Alright boys, so we find ourselves back on the field now, and let's see if we can handle this Polar Express, as SMU is actually going to start by running the football. They actually passed it a lot against us last season, and Eric Jackson's going to pick up a huge gain, and no wonder they're going to that ground game. He already has 1,000 yards on the season so far, so might be a little bit different of an SMU squad, but there's Eddie Coolbeans getting in there, deflecting that pass away, and getting it to a 2nd and 10 as they'll throw over the middle yet again. It's actually going to be caught, and it's going to be good for a first down. So first down for the SMU Mustangs yet again as we try to keep them from getting a third one. 2nd and 9 coming up. Marquardt able to get a little bit of pressure, but the safety comes in and breaks that pass away almost right in an instant. And this is exactly where I want our defense to get this SMU squad in. 3rd and 9. We know what's coming. They're going to try to pass the ball, but we send the blitz. Able to get it off, but almost being intercepted. Mike Nugent had his hands on it, but just cannot finish the play. So we end up getting a stop on defense, but offensively did not like what we saw. First drive, we end up going 3 and out. That's why you guys really didn't see much of the offense. Actually, not at all. So, need our defense come up once again, come in, make a big play for us here, and we'll start with a 2nd and long, as now SMU lining up under the right-hand side. It's going to drop back the pass again, looking over the middle, and it's going to be kind of a underthrown ball there for the running back, but he's still able to corral it in there. So now in Memphis territory, as we need to stop on defense. This is not necessary one I want to see. Like, it's not bad by any means, but a couple of missed tackles there do make this a much more reasonable 3rd down conversion attempt. As now 3rd and 6 coming up, as he'll drop back the pass, looks over the right hand side, but the tight end had it in his hands. He just could not bring it in though. So we're going to bring this field goal attempt now. They will attempt a really long field goal, 50-yarder, and the guy actually does have the boot for it, but it was way off the mark there. It was Not even close. Like the net didn't even catch it. So you really do hate to see that if you are the kicker, but it is what it is. Not like our offense is doing anything in the moment, as we got 3 and out once again. They're going back for a big shot, though, and thankfully our safety was there in order to make a play on the football, prevent a completion, all that good stuff. And now with 2nd and 10 coming up as McCray, he's going to be moved into motion over on the left-hand side. Quarterback will drop back to pass, so we get a little bit of pressure on him, but finds a receiver right in the middle of the field and finds him right at the first down marker. So now, a couple plays later now, as Smith will drop back to pass. Again, a lot of time to work with, and Josh Meadows had a chance to make that play. He couldn't quite get there in time, but he just stops running for a split second. And that led to a first down. Should have been a lot less of a game, but again, it is what it is, as, our guys, they're just having some trouble right now. Having some trouble containing this offense. Even though we have not allowed them to score any points yet, they are getting their fair share of bigger plays. As again, they'll throw on 1st and 10. That could have gone for a pretty decent game as well, but that time heard the footsteps of Josh Meadows, did put that pass into the dirt. So now it's 3rd and 8 now. We'll go ahead and send the blitz, and it looks like we're going to go towards the left-hand side. We're trying to use her, and we got the interception. It's not from my user, though. Nazir Evans is actually the one who is responsible. I was trying to click on. I knew what they were trying to do. I read it like a novel. But again, we couldn't take advantage. We do go 3 and out yet again. We have gone an entire quarter. Still have not gotten a first down yet. That's the sad part in all of this. They're going to line up mine as well, though. And it's 2-on-1. Not sure what this guy was thinking. Maybe he had a little bit more arm than he thought he had. I don't know. But it definitely did not work out in his favor. They're lucky they still have the ball, to be honest, right? So it's 2nd and 10. They go back to their ground game, though, and their star running back does pick up the first down anyways. So now they're across the 30-yard line, as we'll pick up a few plays later. It's 3rd and 12, though, and quarterback's going to try to scramble. Gentry had a shot at him, and you can't bring him down. I read it. I knew exactly what he was trying to do, and yet they still got the first down. You know what they say. EA trying to EA right now. It's crazy out here. But next play, though, Gentry makes up for it. He's going to get the interception. That could have been a face mask as well. I'm surprised that they didn't call any type of face mask the other way. But we do end the first quarter, and one of the best offenses in the entire country. We are actually not only containing them, but we straight up shut them down so far. They have not scored a single point yet. Let's see if our offense can decide to wake up. Alright, so now we're here in the second quarter of action, as Riley Bell will be here in the shotgun formation. Still looking for that big play downfield. Haven't gotten a single first down yet. Might change here, though, and somehow Duke Tuvington, he's going to come down and make a great play on this football. You absolutely love to see it. So now we're in the red zone for the very first time today, as Bell will drop back to pass. He'll look over the middle, and we get it out to IT Thomas, who does hang on and make that catch as well. So going to be inside the 10-yard line now. It is going to be 1st and goal for your Memphis Tigers, as we'll try to set up a play action on the very next play. Trying to set up that play action boot screen, and unfortunately SMU, they were just all over that. They read that all over the place. Going to change the play at the line of scrimmage now, with it being 2nd and goal, and IT Thomas will at least get us back close to where we were. Not exactly it's the original spot that we were. Either way, it's a much more reasonable 3rd down for us to try to pick up. See if we can get it here with Tuvington on the ground. But our offensive line does not win in the trenches, or at least on the side that I wanted them to win on, right? So, gonna have to settle for a field goal, unfortunately. Rose does come out. He's our walk-on kicker. I don't know why I haven't done this yet. I have just not have gotten around to making a permanent change on the depth chart. Because it should be Tommy Wyatt making the kicks. That's who I wanted to be the starter. I just keep forgetting. That's honestly on me. But what's not on me, though, is that we do have a 3-0 lead. So at least we have the lead now. Let's see if our defense can continue to perform at the level that they're performing right now. Give up the occasional first down here or there, but still able to come out and make some good plays on the ball regardless. As we got a 2nd and 4 now coming up. Going to drop back to pass again. And they're going to not only complete the slant pattern, but we might have done messed up. See, we might have been called for, yep, we're going to get called for the face mask there. Eric Davis is going to do us dirty there. So now, SMU is in our territory. Potentially a key third down. We know if his kicker can kick. He's got the leg for it. But we aren't going to deny him as Leonidas Mitchell comes in, makes a big-time play, able to shed his tackler with ease. And yet they're still going for this kick. This is a 62-yard field goal, and he just missed it. He missed it so bad. I don't know what this kicker's deal is. He's just not having himself a good day so far. Actually, I would venture to say he's having himself a pretty rough day thus far, I would say. But, hey, kick is no good once again. We'll take over. We still got 5 minutes left. So, again, defense is playing absolutely phenomenal right now. Do want to open up this lead a little bit, as it looks like SMU, they're going with a man blitz. Do have a man downfield, and Luke McConnell is going to come down and make that grab. Let's go, baby. Inside the 30-yard line. And now we go with trips to the right, trying to capitalize off the bigger play. Bell looks to the right-hand side, finds IT Thomas. And now we're looking at a potential red zone opportunity. We got that in us. So now, 1st and 10 after 2 first downs in a row. See if we can make it a third. Bell's going to scramble. And Riley Bell, he's going to slide down to make sure that he doesn't fumble that football on us. Now we got a chance to get our first touchdown of the day. And sure enough, we find Jody Gentry, who breaks the tackle and breaks the plane. Touchdown, Tigers. And we will go ahead and make it a 10-0 lead. Now it's just a great job of concept there. Found Jody Gentry on the flat. He did the rest there, breaking that tackle. And we will manage to go ahead and extend that lead a little bit. You love to see that. So now, 3rd and 5 coming up here as SMU will try to throw over the middle. They'll pick up a first down as well to ensure that they aren't, of course, going to end up going with a 3 and out of their own. Which again, you know, we haven't, we made them bend at times. We've been bent a few bits, but we haven't been broken. We have not been broken as a defensive unit yet. They're still looking for that explosive play down the field. We'll see if they try to get another explosive shot downfield as they got 2nd and 10 coming up here as Parrish is going to drop back the pass. Looks to the left-hand side, but it's going to be deflected away. That is Josh Meadows that deflects that pass away. And now we look at a 3rd and long. Parrish in the shotgun formation, going with a 5 wide, looking to go downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by Dan Daniel. And Dan Daniel is going to get us across midfield. Big time play once again by our secondary. But even though we started across midfield, we couldn't score. We couldn't do a first down. We couldn't do any of that. So again, we have this opportunity to come out here and really put our foots on SMU. Really come out and send a message. We haven't done that yet, though. So, still a close game, 10-0, and SMU looking to try and score. This might be trouble, though. Meadows, the last line of defense. No, it's somebody else that comes in. That might have been Dan Daniel, who came in there and grabbed that face mask. It is actually Maroon Nugent that wears 35. But it does lead to a goal line situation. A close goal line situation. Well, they will end up handing it off to the fullback of all people, who ends up diving into the end zone. So after nearly an entire half of football, I don't know why we were really struggling to get that out of our mouth, but entire half of football, they finally get on the board. And after yet another 3 and out, they have a chance to really tie this game up if they want to. It's going to come down here to the last few seconds. Got 8 seconds left to play. So we do have one more shot at the end zone if they want it. Marquardt can't get to him in time. And actually, pretty decent shot at this field goal. Depends on what they try to do here. 2 seconds left. They're not calling any timeouts. And yet they somehow get the spike off. I don't know how they managed to get that spike off. I don't think that would have happened with us, right? So 1 second left in this final quarter before the half. They will get the field goal unit out. But their kicker folds yet again. He sells on his teammate. He misses yet another field goal. He is actually 0 for 3 on field goal attempts thus far today. It's been really disgusting to see, to keep it honest with you guys. But first half of action, it is going to be wrapped up here. And while it hasn't been the prettiest first half of action by any means, we do have a 10-7 lead. Still want our offense to play better, though. So now we come into that second half of football action as we find ourselves up 10-7 still. Still a very competitive game thus far, as Parrish will try to throw on the first play of the second half. He's going to dump it off to his tailback, who does pick up the first down. And Jake Parrish is having a decent day. Not good as the one quarterback that they had in previous seasons when we went up against them. SMU, kind of a familiar rival at this point. But on a 3rd and long, though, they're going to try to go for the first down. They actually get it to the tailback, and I thought there was going to be some crap pulled. I really did. I really thought there was going to be some crap pulled, but there was not. There was not enough crap pulled for EA to give them the first down. So, great start by our defense. Yet again, really setting that tone in the second half. And then we get a good run here by Tufington. It's what we've been waiting for really all day long. We've had a really difficult time establishing our running game. So that's a real good sign to see a running back starting to get more involved. Matter of fact, we're going to try to get this ball out to Tufington, who did have a lot of space to operate with, but that ball was deflected by one of the defensive linemen. So instead, we will have a 3rd and 8 that we're going to try to navigate, and there's not a lot of guys in the box, so we will have Mitchell check into the game, but he does not have anywhere to go. The backup tailback cannot get going, so we did have to go ahead and punt that football away. Now, SMU will now have the opportunity to try and take the lead here in this football game. So we're looking at a 2nd and 11 with the second play of this drive. As Parrish, he's got some time to throw. He's going deep downfield. Could have a receiver, and somehow that's caught. LaRue Nugent brings him down, but how about that for a big-time play? Now in field goal range with a chance to tie. However, they're thinking for much more as Parrish wants to go downfield, looks over the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. 1st and goal coming up for the SMU Mustangs, as Jake Parrish is now at over 250 yards for the game. So now 2nd and goal coming up here, as we'll see this running back try to go to work, and he actually finds a way to pick up plenty of yardage there. I thought at least Gronkowski, one of our custom guys, could have been able to bring him down earlier. This is going to be really hard to get this goal line stand now, since they're right on the 1-inch line. And sure enough, they will find the end zone, and SMU, they will finally have the lead. It's going to be their first lead that they're going to have all day long. So now we find ourselves down for the first time today, as our offense is looking for that response. So now a couple plays later here, 2nd and 7 coming up. We look over the middle of the field, find Luke McConnell. Luke McConnell's been doing some sound work today. He's able to make some good catches every once in a while. We're now going to be sitting at about the 40-yard line. So now 3rd and long coming up, as Bell's going to try to get to work here yet again, as Bell is going to line up under center. He's going to look over the middle of the field, finds Luke McConnell yet again, and he gets yet another big-time play. 1st down for the Memphis Tigers, as now our offense is really starting to wake up right now. Bell looking to throw again, looks over the middle once more. He was trying to find Jace Mitchell, could not get the ball over to him. So with that incompletion, it now makes it 2nd and 10, as Mitchell goes ahead and runs up the middle of the field. That is going to be a 1st down for the Memphis Tigers, who are now in the red zone, looking to retake that lead. Next play is a play action. Bell looking to the left-hand side, but it's going to be intercepted. Oh, no, not what you want to see. But Bell, he's going to make a fumble happen. Tufington, he's going to recover the fumble. They will take a look at this, and the fumble will end up later being overturned. So Riley Bell will be credited with an interception, and that's it. But, you know, you like your effort from your quarterback, though. Something that you really like to see after making a mistake like that. Doesn't pout. Doesn't do all of that stuff. But he is going to go ahead and now looking at a 14-10 lead still, as we're looking at a 2nd and 18 after the penalty. Now 3rd and 18 Leonidas Mitchell there able to get a deflection on that pass. And now, 3rd and long here for the SMU Mustangs. We go in cover 4. Gotta get some pressure on this quarterback. He's gonna look to the left-hand side. It's intercepted. Eddie Coolbean's got the ball in his hands, and he will be brought down from behind. But that being said, though, we are in business, baby. Let's go, man. You absolutely love to see it, as the defense has really stepped up and kept us in this game. And after 3 quarters of action, only down by 4 points, can this team dig deep enough? So we end up settling for a field goal, as again we go 3 and out. So we're still down, but only down by 1 point. Parrish is going to try to drop back the pass. Already thrown a couple of interceptions and almost throws yet another one. Oh, he had a beat on that ball, but just could not finish that play, though. So now, 3rd and 7 coming up, as Parrish again dropping back the pass, looks over the middle of the field, but it's going to be caught. Eddie Davis coming in and making a tackle eventually, but not without giving up that 1st down reception, as they won't spend very much time calling their next play, and they're going to go back to their running back, and their running back's trying to bruise their way and trying to put an end to this game once and for all, trying to put it on ice, and we might be in some trouble here, 3rd and inches, and we're starting to get blown off the line there, getting deep into our depth chart, especially on the interior defensive line, and Eric Jackson, he's going to take advantage of that, run right into that hole. And we got to get this 3rd down snap. Got to get our defense off the field. They're really starting to get tired right now. 3rd and 8, need a big play. And we do! We get it, baby! Let's go, man! 4th down. We're going to have a chance to win this game. Or at least so we thought. But then we go 3 and out yet again. Our offense is folding. Defense has to come up with a bigger play. Yet again, and they're going to get it! They're going to get it from Willie Mason. Down the sideline. The 10. The 5. Touchdown. Memphis Tigers. We have the lead against one of the best teams in the conference. Willie Mason doing a great job. Really getting a beat on that football. Takes it for a pick 6. Hasn't really been relying on that offense today. And all of a sudden our offense comes out for the critical 2-point conversion. This would make sure that they cannot win solely off a touchdown. And sure enough, Tufington runs his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Memphis Tigers. And we have the lead again with 4 minutes left to play. As now, fullback actually going to get involved here. Okay. He's trying to show a little bit of hard-nosed toughness. SMU, they understand the assignment is either touchdown or bust. As Parrish looks over the middle of the field, finds his receiver, and he will manage to go ahead and pick up yet another 1st down. Finds Brad Butler's been having a solid day too. He has over 100 yards receiving on the day so far. But it's going to come down to this 3rd and 1 yard. Parrish going to line up under center. They go with trips to the right. It's going to be not a halfback draw, but looks over the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Gentry gets his hands on the ball. There's a penalty on the field, but trying to make sure that there's as much time taken off as possible. Gentry is actually going to take his time to get into the end zone. They won't count it, though. They will not be counting it because there was a clipping by Eric Davis. But even though that there was a penalty, though, what we are very happy to see is that we are going to beat the SMU Mustangs 21-14. Rough day for our offense, but when it mattered the most, defense stepped up and we get a big win. Alright, boys, so we end up finding a way. It was an ugly way to win this game, but we found a way to win this game nonetheless. Thanks to our defense. Offensively, we did not do much today. Riley Bell, for starter, was only 8 for 17 in this one. He did throw for 137 yards and a touchdown. Now, for our ground game, we really did our best to try to establish the run in this one. We ran the ball a lot more than what we usually do, but still did not have a 100-yard rusher. As for our receiving group, Luke McConnell led the way with 3 catches and 72 yards, but beyond that, it was an ugly game for our squad. Jody Gentry did find a way to get into the end zone though. His 9-yard touchdown catch was the only catch of the day for him. But the biggest story in this one was our defense, and boy, did this defense play well. Josh Meadows led the team in tackles today with 7 total tackles. The linebacker Chris Gentry also getting involved, getting 6 solo tackles to his name as well. However, even though we did not manage to find a way to sack this quarterback, we got a lot of turnovers in this game. Count it, 6 interceptions. We turned the ball over 6 times. And that was the difference in this game, winning that turnover battle. Chris Gentry had multiple interceptions. He actually had 2 of them, but there were some other guys that got some picks too. Nazir Evans, Willie Mason, Eddie Coolbeans, Dan Daniel got an interception too. Like, just some incredible stuff for our squad. We didn't force any fumbles, but yeah, man, this defense played absolutely lights out. And for the second time this season, we're going to have a nice little winning streak on our hands. So I'm really interested to see if we can keep this winning streak that we got going on. Let's see if we can keep this thing rolling. And by doing so, we now have to go on the road and take on the Houston Cougars in conference play. We got a 2-game winning streak going right now, but we can't take any game for granted. The games that we lost earlier this season is a perfect indicator for that, right? So, gonna come out there. We'll see if we can win this next game so that we can be bowl eligible once again. That would be nice for our program. But with that being said, I am going to sign off, but I hope you guys are all out there having a good one. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, as that does help me out with that YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're brand new and you like what you're seeing as well, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate that. We can grow this community. But with that being said, this is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. Hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.